right, let's see if this will work or if I'm gonna have to redo this. All right, we're just gonna hop right into it. I have the January budget kit. I think if you're a Georgette member for Miss Marlene at Snow Gardener 307, you get these free every month. This month's kit is gorgeous. This is the first time I've had the pleasure of actually being able to print it out and use it, so we'll see how this goes. And then we have the monthly spread right here. I got inspired by Budget with Mrs. P on the color coding of the different paydays. My husband gets paid every Friday, but I get paid bi-weekly. But I still just broke it up into weeks anyway. So I get paid the 2nd from job 2, which will cover these 2 bills. And then I get paid the 6th from job 1, but I have that. It gets split up into 2 different bank accounts, and on the one, I actually get it the day before, which is what the lot rent will come out of. So that covers all of these bills. If you look back to my debt confession, you'll know what all this stuff is. This is new though. I became a member of April's Fresh Start. I seem to have become a member of quite a few different channels this past month. We'll see if I'm able to keep those or not, but absolutely love April's channel, and her challenges are awesome. And then we move right into here. This is in between pay periods. These bills right here will get covered, and then I get paid again the 16th from job 2. I get 3 checks this month, which I won't really see that until later. It's the same even with my bi-weekly paychecks. It's normally a few months later when I really see the so-called magic month. But as you can see, that covers these 2 bills. And then on to here, I'm actually pretty sure it covers this one as well, even though it's like the day before I get my full paycheck, because I do believe that the 19th is, oh, that's right, I almost forgot about that. I probably should write that down, actually. The 19th is a bank holiday. I do believe it is Martin Luther King Day. Let's do some adjustments here. Move that chair out of the way. I usually stand up to do these videos instead of sit down because it's one of those old, hard wooden chairs, and I'm a bit of a big girl and I like to be comfortable, so I prefer to stand. And these videos normally aren't too awful long, so I'm gonna write on here bank holiday. And I don't think, I might not be working this day because I think my job actually does observe Martin Luther King Day, and we get paid holiday pay for it. So if we do, I probably won't work that day. I mean, sure, I could to get a little bit extra money, but after working my weekend job, which I start back this weekend, I would prefer the rest if I can get it. But that still shouldn't affect anything like this. This comes out automatically, and since banks will be closed, it'll probably just move on to the 2nd day, which is fine. And then there's nothing else really due. Oh, and I think I have on here, I also became a Ko-fi member with Budget with Carly. Love her. And then I get paid again on the 30th from job 2. And that will cover, this will be a partial payment, I do believe. If not the full, no, I think it's actually the full thing because of the way the bills fall for February. Just trying to get ahead on some things. And I apologize if you hear meowing. Pharaoh has decided to join me back here. We were in the bedroom catching up on all of y'all's videos and things. And anytime I leave the room for a certain amount of time, he has to follow and see what's going on. So this is my paycheck breakdown for this upcoming week. See if I can't scooch you just a little bit closer. I just hope I don't have to redo this whole thing to have it nice and wide. Do we leave it like that? Is that easier? Can you see that? Okay. Okay, I'm sitting it back down. I'm not holding this thing. All right. So for my full time, I'm expecting $1,050. It might be slightly more. I don't know yet. I changed my health insurance. I got rid of it for this upcoming year because we plan on putting the house up for sale at some point and moving. And plus, I didn't use it at all last year. I rarely ever go to the doctor. I'm normally not sick enough to warrant it. Over-the-counter stuff usually works just fine for me. And then this is what I'm expecting to get from my husband towards bills, part-time. And then the other is actually going to be, it's kind of like a cash advance, but it's not the astronomical amount you pay back. And this has been part of my life and part of a big problem for a very long time, but I'm very excited for, I'm pretty sure it's this month where I get to pay it off completely and not have to use it anymore. If it's not this month, it's next month for sure, and that's really exciting. Then as you can see, of course, the first bills of the month are always the really heavy hitters. We have the lot rent, which if you haven't seen one of my previous videos, we live in a mobile home park, and this covers the lot, or as if you ever watched Life Unfiltered, I'm completely blanking on her name for some odd reason right now. Don't know why. But if you ever watched her, they have something called space rent. It's the same concept. We have lot rent, and it also covers our water and our trash. I imagine sewer as well. Our electric is separate, but you won't see the electric bill in here because my husband pays that bill. So it comes out of his account, and I don't have access to that. I don't want access to it. Honestly, I'm telling you, I'm a hot mess. So we have lot rent at $750, Landmark at $309. All this is going to be rounded up because I'm not fooling with cents. And in my Bank of America account anyway, I have it to where it'll usually round up and then put that in savings, which I take from all the time, so I don't even count it. Then we have another loan is $226, Cash Express $150, Credit Ninja $145, Op Loans $135, two different credit cards at $43 and $42. The minimum is $41, but I normally try to make it even, so it could be a little bit more. And then Earnin is actually a cash advance type thing. They don't charge near as much, and they take it back automatically out of your paycheck when you get paid. But this will be, I think this one will be done. And then of course I have April's First Start in here. And then I'd almost forgotten about these ones because they're later on in the month, but this particular check will cover all of these. My Milestone card, 3 different Capital One cards, the eBay card, and Audible, which will probably go away after this month because I think I had a 3-month promotion of like $6.99 or something like that. So that brings the total to $19.85 and brings us to a zero-based budget. Nothing left over. I am still good to go on my gas in my car for the most part. I didn't have to work yesterday, today obviously, or tomorrow. So I'll have a somewhat shorter week this week as well. So I'm pretty sure I'll be all right on gas until I get paid. And anything that I make, if it's a little bit more, it'll just probably go in the gas tank. And any cash I get back from Cash Express, if there is enough, I will hop on here and we'll figure out where we're going to stuff that at. But yeah, that is the budget. I only printed out a little bit of these, pretty much just what I needed and wanted to do that. I'm going to start this weekly check-in. I'm starting everything fresh tomorrow, like starting tracking expenses and stuff, even though I haven't spent any money today, not going anywhere tomorrow as far as I'm aware. I mean, I guess my husband might want to go to breakfast, maybe to Waffle House, but he'll pay for that, so I'm not worried about that. But look, isn't this so pretty? I absolutely love this. I can't wait to see what she comes out for February. Because originally, I'll show you what I was going to use. I have a happy planner. Who doesn't in times like these anymore? Mine looks like this. I got this off of Etsy. Can't remember who from. But then I got these paycheck trackers from, yes, it was on Amazon, and they came by themselves. They're pretty good quality, kind of thick, not quite thick, but they're very, very smooth. And so I don't know if Amazon has these in stock. The last time I checked, they didn't. Oh, it says simplelifeplanner.com, so maybe could possibly go on there and check and see if they have some. But the only thing about these is you have to be careful what pen you use. Something, if it's too, I think, gel heavy, and if it doesn't dry that quickly, you wouldn't want to use a pen like that. Probably something more like ballpoint or fine, something that's going to dry quickly. Or pencil. Pencil works fine. But this was originally what I was going to use. Was just stuff I already had. I'd gotten this stuff last year. But I think it was more toward the middle of last year. And as you can see, I already had it kind of set up along with meal planning, which I suck at because I don't like cooking. I could care less about it. And then I kind of franken-planned using something else. I think it was a goals thing through Happy Planner. I only get stuff usually like when it's on sale. I don't even know what all's in here. But so I won't be using that anymore right now, but I'll figure out another use for it. I won't let it go to waste. Oh no! Stuff fell out. Oh, it was just stickers. It's fine. We will set that back. But yeah, this is where I plan on writing everything, and I will keep y'all updated on that as well, because I'm hoping that will... Oh, I thought that was a cat hair. I think that will help me keep on track. It's a savings challenge tracker, which I plan to use to track the two that we're more or less working on. This is supposed to be, I think, a back cover, and I punched it out wrong, but it doesn't matter. And then we'll see if this works this time. I went through this once yesterday. My printer cut off the feed a little bit, but I got this printed out. I had to do it in black and white because I started running out of my color, even though I just got it. But thankfully I found some cheaper on Amazon, and it should be here. They had a deal where you got both the color and the black for I think like $24 or something. So that should be coming, I think Monday is when that should be here. And then I can print out the rest of the stuff. But I have that. Then I have Wizard Doodles. I have this from Amy by Nature. I had seen, I think it was Budget with Amanda, print something similar to this out, and that's how I found it. Each section is $12.50. That's very doable in a month. I should be able to do something like that. Maybe not for January or February, because in February I have to save a little bit towards our property taxes, which isn't much. They're under $400. But I'll have to save at least a little bit towards that. And my husband's going to have to pay the rest of that, unfortunately. I mean, we have money in his account for taxes, but I was originally hoping to be able to pay it all on my own because we don't know how much in regular taxes we're going to owe yet, but that's not going to happen now. So I'll probably be able to put 100 towards it, and he'll have to put the other, I think it's, give me just 1 second. I'm back. Sorry about that. We owe $387 in property taxes, and that covers our actual mobile home that we own. So if I do 100 of that, he comes up with the $287. That's not as bad as coming up with the whole thing. So, but yeah, we have that one, and then I have this one, which I'll probably end up getting a late start on, but I'll definitely try to remember to film it and everything for those of y'all who like to watch that. This will be my first time doing stuff like that. Then I have this one, which each section is $40. And I actually have it written down on here that I want to use this towards an event box from the Aesthetic Dollar because I love Miss Emily over there and all her stuff. I actually have some of her, I think it's debit card trackers in my wallet, but I plan on probably using them just as regular expense trackers since my wallet is pretty much always on me. And then I have these cool minis from April's Fresh Start. And yes, I know you're supposed to cut them out and do all that stuff. I don't have a laminator. I don't have none of that stuff. It's just as easy to stick it in here and do it that way for me. This is Miss Kimmy's over at Kimmy's Corner. Love her. She's a newer one that I just found. I think I've almost a month now. Man, where did December go? Goodness. And then I have this Thirsty Thursday challenge. I don't know if Budget with Carly did this on her Ko-fi. It doesn't have the person's name on it. It could have been another creator that I got it from on Ko-fi, but even though I don't drink alcohol or coffee or even like hot tea unless I'm sick, I will drink sweet tea mixed with lemonade. I do like that, and I like the fruit teas. And occasionally I'll drink sweet tea by itself. Oh, my hair, I am shedding worse than a cat. But yeah, I thought this was, I just loved all the colors. I love color, if you haven't noticed already, just from my desk area alone. And then Budget with Mrs. P, another creator that I really like, came out with these. I thought this was so gorgeous on these minis. This was why my printer ran out of ink, or starting to run out of ink yesterday, because I printed off all of hers. And then I also did Miss April's at April's Fresh Starts, her yearly one, which I still have to print out the one she released today that had the front cover and the back bonus, because I do plan on doing all of these. It may not necessarily all be this year. We'll have to see how things goes. Look at me and my words. Words are hard. And then this I've designated for my birthday. My printer messed it up, so don't, the colors are actually not like that, but the ink was kind of new too, so it kind of just did its weird thing. But yeah. And of course Miss Marlene's book one. But yeah, that's what this is looking like. So that is going to be it for today. I probably won't be back on here until, I'd say probably Monday after work, or probably Tuesday. These don't take me very long to upload. Because I don't edit, if you haven't figured out already. because who's got time for that? And honestly, I just don't know how, and I don't want to fool with it. So, all right, I hope everybody has a happy new year. Bye.